ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 62 of the Non-League to Legends save. And things have not been going well. We've only played a couple, but not good at all. So we played the Man United game, we drew 4-4. We then went to Watford, lost 3-1. Now, I think the problem has been that we've been playing Bob Smith and Alfie McGee out wide. They're not creating chances. It's where a lot of our goals come from. We lost 3-1. They battered us, to be honest. I mean, it was 1-1 until the 84th minute, but they deserved the win. They really did. We then played Leicester at home. Same thing. We weren't creating, picking up injuries. It was a nightmare. We should have got something out of that game for sure. We should have beaten them, but we just couldn't create because of our wide men again. And then we played Crystal Palace away, everyone back. Alex Iwobi came back on the left-hand side, got a goal. He was creating as well. And where is he? Londono came in. Look, he played an 8.2. He assisted both goals. So that seems to be the difference. And the Champions League group has been drawn, and we've got a shocker of a group, an absolute shocker. Where are we? Group E, Barcelona, Inter, Dynamo. Dynamo, obviously that shouldn't be a problem. Inter Milan, though, they have been brilliant. You know, they've been finished in third. They won the league, then they finished second last season. They've got some really good players. I mean, this Pietro Pellegrini, who's the wonder kid who starts on the game, he has just blossomed into one hell of a player. 4 goals in 3 in Serie A, and yeah, looks a really good player. So we've got a tough Champions League draw this season. So today's game's going to be Barcelona away in the opener of the Champions League, and Manchester City at home in the Premier League. And ideally, I'd like to win both games. I think we'll probably lose to Barcelona, and I'd like to think we'll beat Man City, but we will see. So this is how we line up for the game against Barcelona. Lafont in goal, Kersey, Anderson. Aya comes in for the tired Lennarts. Nigel McCourt comes in at left back for the injured Steve Parker, which is a shame. It's only a couple of week injury, so it shouldn't be too bad. Claudio Gomez not playing well at all. I'm just hoping he gets better. I really am. Wendell starts in the middle of the park, been playing well. Londono on the right, Giraldez behind the striker, Iwobi on the left-hand side, and Adrian Thompson gets his first start up top. And Selic, who has been scoring, he drops to the bench though, because I just think we need that little bit of star quality in Adrian Thompson, and it won't hurt Selic to sit out. He's agreed to be a rotation option, I believe, so he should be pretty happy just chilling on the bench. In terms of injuries, though, I mean, Bellerin we're not worried about. We've got Claudio now. Steve Parker for a couple of weeks, but other than that, we're relatively full strength. Pastor he's tired because he's been playing reserve football to get his match fitness back up, but he does come on the bench because he will feature if anything happens to Londono or Iwobi possibly. So that's how we line up. Let's get into the game, and we've only played Barcelona twice since the start of the save. I mean, I'm talking about Arsenal as a club, not since we've been here. And we've beaten them both times, apparently. So hopefully we can do the same. I mean, they've got a really good side. They're winning the La Liga year on year. Real Madrid keep finishing second to them. So they're definitely one of the better teams out there. Let's see how we fare at the new camp. I'm hoping just a positive performance, even if the result isn't positive. Right, Barcelona corner. Dembele swings one in, and there it is, 1-0. Hoyt from Southampton, I believe. Yeah, Wesley Hoyt from Southampton. It's a goal from a set piece, which I don't expect to be conceding against Barcelona, really, but it's one of those things. Right, 15 minutes in, Barcelona are absolutely bossing this game so far. Oh, Dembele, 2-0. It's not offside. We're in a world of trouble. We really are. I don't think that we're quite at the level I maybe thought we were at. I think Premier League wise, I think top 4 is still attainable, but yeah, I don't think we're in the, you know, with the big boys in terms of Champions Leagues and winning titles and things like that yet. I think we need a fair few players to come in before we're at that level. Right, next highlight. Aya finds Gomez. What can he do? He has been poor playing for us. Playing this sort of game against Barcelona is risky, as we haven't got a lot of outlets, as you can see, and they've got so many men pushing forward, and we're playing nothing balls and just giving it back to them, and we're going to be in real trouble today. If we concede less than 4, I think we've done well, to be honest, because this is not looking good. Right, Londono plays a lovely ball through to Thompson. Get your shot away. No, he's played it out to Kersey. Get that good cross in, son. Back post. Iwobi, good header. 2-1. Come on, we're back in this game. Since Iwobi and Londono has come back in, we have looked a hell of a lot more dangerous going forward. It's our them wide men are our biggest outlet with the fullbacks and the wingers. Lovely float across. Good header from Iwobi. Another highlight. Thompson tries to swing one out but can't. Barcelona pick up on it and they come forward. Every time they do, they look really dangerous. Dembele lays it back to the centre half. Will he find the wide man? No, Dembele runs at us. That's terrible defending. Oh, that is one of the best finishes you'll ever see. 3-1, 20 minutes in, and just as I said earlier, we are in trouble. Big trouble here. Don't even really want to watch it, but it was such a good finish. We're going to watch the replay. Look at that terrible static defending from Kersey, and that is, I mean, that is Stanchville. It really is. That is right in the stanchion. We've got a kick-off highlight as well, which is just, I'm sure it's not going to be our opportunity. I'm sure of it. Londono finds Thompson. Tries to play it through to Geraldes, but it's poor. And one ball over the top. And I thought that was going to be Barca, but it's not. We pick up the pieces and we've put ourselves under pressure with a couple of sloppy balls. I think playing it out of defence, he's causing us problems against these big teams. I mean, look at this. He keeps playing it behind the fullback, which is really annoying. Aya, he's definitely not as good as a centre half as Lennart's is. Ball over the top for Thompson. You're in. Take a touch. Finish. Come on. 3-2. Straight back in it. We're creating chances. We can score goals. We're not bad at defending either, to be fair, but I think just the quality of their team is the difference. Iwobi inside to Geraldes, spots the runner Thompson, who uses his pace, sets himself with the first touch. Lovely second touch, which is the finish. 3-2. Come on. Highlights every bloody minute, and it's scaring me. Wendell back to Anderson. Where's the right back here? Oh, for God's sake. We're in trouble. Barcelona running at us. Mensa, we shouldn't be worried about that. That is some of the worst goalkeeping you're ever likely to see. We've conceded 4 goals in 24 minutes. Are you serious? And just look at this defending. And I mean, well, the goalkeeping, to be fair, more than anything. Look at this. Look. What? What? You were already there, and then you've done a Richard Wright, and you've dived, but you haven't moved anywhere. You've just sat down. Ridiculous. Another set piece. Barcelona just headed it over, and they're going to make us look like absolute prats today. I can see it. I really can. All right, 5 minutes left till half time. Inter Milan are beating Dynamo 2-0, and there we go. We're picking up key injuries every single game, and it's not doing us any favours whatsoever. So half time, 4-2. It could be worse. It really could be worse. Disappointing, completely agree. Let's get out there and hopefully go and put this right. But something needs to change. Right, highlight 9 minutes into the second half. It's Barcelona, and every time they come forward with the ball, they look likely to score. Collins with a good header. Geraldes into the feet of Thompson. Can he find Londono? No, he plays the wrong ball, but we've got fortunate. No, we haven't. All right, Kersey. Good ball out wide to Londono. He's been really poor today. headed clear from Barcelona. It's just easy for him, to be fair. But hopefully this is us putting on a bit of pressure. It's certainly a good little spell of pressure. Alex Iwobi, can he find the cross? He can. It goes deep. Londono. Is that Londono? It was 4-3. It's a hell of a game. Just like Arsenal in real life, if you're a neutral, you want to watch Arsenal because they will concede lots of chances, but they will create lots of chances as well. Iwobi, decent cross. Londono, the big winger, gets up. Another headed goal. 4-3. Come on, boys. Let's pull this level. Nigel McCourt has just picked up an injury. We've got zero cover for him at left back. We're going to, so it's a gashed lower leg. We're going to carry on playing him, to be fair. 73 minutes on the clock. They come forward again. It's swung wide, and the defender's left Dembele alone. Cross is going to come in. Header down. There's the finish. 5-3. Not good. Pretty embarrassing. And in fact, what we're going to do, we're going to go counter. Why not? Let's just try and lessen the blow, maybe. I don't know if counter's going to just invite pressure on us, but terrible defending there. I take it that is McCourt. It is. He's carrying a knock, having a mare, headed down, and Cruz slots home pretty comfortably. And I think we're going to make a couple of changes because this game is done and dusted. We're not going to get anything out of this. And we need to start thinking about this Man City game. Please don't be another highlight for them. I mean, look at the numbers we've got back, and we can't get close to them. Can't get close to them. Lafont has had one of the worst games I've ever seen him have. This is so frustrating. So frustrating. Look at the defensive pair, and they're absolutely fucking woeful. Not happy at all. Right, Selic's going to come on for Thompson. Let's give him a rest. Londono is going to be dropped for Pastore in the next game, so we'll keep him on. And Bogdanovic used to do a job out there last season in place of Iwobi. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter. To concede 6 is just embarrassing. We're not watching it. It's getting beyond a joke now. Let's just keep things tight and keep it at this, shall we, boys? Geraldo's corner, headed clear, picked up by Collins. What can he do? Tries to swing one in. It's blocked. Geraldes, Londono at the far post. It's headed clear, and it's going to be a Barcelona attack. Marcos comes forward. An easy ball across to Dembele. He'll take a couple of touches. He'll cross it in. It'll be an easy finish at the near post. No, headed over. But should have done better there. He's beat our defender, even though our defender was comfortably in front of him and should never have lost the header. Ter Stegen clears one up. Aya wins the header well. Selic brings it down, plays inside to Londono. Poor touch. Bogdanovic on this left-hand side. Can he get a cross in? He can. It's another deep floated cross, and I think that's hit the bar. We've had our chances, but it's just we haven't defended well, and the goalkeeper has chucked probably, I would say comfortably, two of those goals were chucked in. He may as well have just put it into his own net. It was really, really bad, embarrassing. Bogdanovic, Collins dispossessed easily by Janko. Robert plays out wide to Cruz, and that's all over. I expected to lose. I didn't expect to lose in that manner. I thought it was poor. Very poor. In fact, sod that, we're getting aggressive. Far from pleased. Terrible start to the Champions League campaign. I knew we were going to come out of it with 0 points, but did not expect it to be that bad. Right, let's push on. Man City at home. Hopefully we can get 3 points and do ourselves a little bit of justice. Okay, Man City at home. Starting lineup. And you'll probably see a 1-star player in there. And it doesn't fill me with confidence. Parker and McCourt out. Only 4 days for McCourt. Steve Parker's out still for another 2 weeks. So, Darren Jepson, sorry, is our next best option there. Well, he's not necessarily our next best, but there's a few that are unavailable through not being registered. So, yeah, let's just hope their right winger or whatever is not on form today. So, Lafont, Kersey, Anderson, Lenarts, Jepson, Gomez, we're still sticking with him because I'm just hoping he comes good. I really am. I think he's a cracking signing, I think, for that role. I think he's, if anything, overpowered for that role. I think he's a great player, but he's just not quite found his feet yet. Collins comes into the middle of the park for the injured, injured Wendell. He got injured in the last game. He's out for a couple of weeks. Pastor comes back into the team. Iwobi on the left. Bogunovic gets a start in behind Adrian Thompson, who was wanted by Monaco. Barcelona put in an offer for him, and yeah, it's not great. It's not been a great start to the season, and to be honest, to turn this season around, we need a win today. We need to beat Man City and hopefully beat them comfortably. Darren Jepson takes the 31 shirt. I'm not confident. I think this Darren Jepson will probably end up costing us. I really do. And what's my computer doing? Oh, here we go. So far from ideal, but at least with McCourt only being out for another 3 or 4 days, he should be coming back in for the next team. Very strong indeed. Manchester City side. Reece Whitnell, who used to play for England for us, he's a hell of a player. Vio is class. Garcia's a really good guy. They're just brilliant everywhere. They really are. Go and prove a point. They liked it. Oh God, I'm not looking forward to this. If I tell you, if we lose this, our hopes for the season are nearly over. They really are. Because what's going to happen when we go away to these teams? We're going to get beat even more convincingly. And losing away to Watford, at home to Leicester, I mean, it's just been a shocker. Moreno, was he offside? I don't think he was. Lafont, oh, he's just about saved it. He needs to play better than he did in the last game. Right, highlight, 12 minutes in. Please be our attack. It's not. It's a shocking touch from Kersey. Dybala scores at the near post. Disgusting goalkeeping again. Absolutely disgusting. We've dropped down to 12th position. I mean, it just doesn't make for good reading at all here. Anderson, Kersey, look at that. What a loose touch. Premier League for one of the top teams in the Premier League, and your right back hasn't even got a good touch. I mean, this is unbelievable. There we go, 2-0. I can't believe this. I really can't. So this series may end with me getting sacked from Arsenal. This is certainly looking that way so far. Reece Whitnell, we marked him out before the game as a really good centre-half. Also a really good goal scorer, apparently. Yay, 2-0. Highlight. Playing it out from the back again, and we're looking like we're struggling with it again, and we've given the ball away. It's going to be a Man City attack. There you go. Take your touch. Have a shot. Just an embarrassment. Can't be losing to this lot at home. Really can't. I mean, look at them. They've been absolutely dominant. 8 shots, 7 on target. We've nicked 3% of possession off them. I mean, great. Yay! Look, another injury. Fan-fucking-tastic. Gomez can do a job in there, can he? The only reason I'm thinking to play Gomez is there because Harrington at 80% fit is our only other option. And I don't fancy him to control the game against Manchester City, really. So, yeah, I'm doing it. Gomez is in there, and we're going to drop Aya into the defensive midfield role. He played well there last season. Maybe someone like him is going to be the difference. I don't know. But here we go. Another set piece. Laid it back. Open goal. They've missed it. Can we get a goal before half time? If we do, it could change things. No, we're so bad, they're not even going to let us carry on with the highlight. Kersey with the throw into Gomez. Back to Kersey. Good touch for once. Headed clear. Headed clear again. Gomez picks up on it, though. Kersey, what can he do? Lays it into Pastor. Get your cross in. That's shocking. Who's gambling? Who's gambling front post? And now Man City are in. Of course it's their attack. Of course it is. Good challenge. Lafont, Jepson. I kind of forgot that Jepson was playing, to be honest. He hasn't stood out as making any kind of mistakes yet. Bogunovic, must do. No, can't even hit the target. Can't even hit the target when you're bearing down on goal one-on-one. Just so bad in every department. Rolls one past the post because he's shit. I mean, we're starting to come back into the game a little bit more, but this is really frustrating. I mean, we had a lesser team last year, and we beat Man City comfortably. We bossed them. So, I mean, I can't think that it's the tactic that needs to change. Surely it can't be. I don't know. Maybe it's just a little bit of fortune, but by looking at the highlights and the amount of highlights and who they're going to, Man City are just better than us. They've been a lot better so far. Pastore with a nothing ball over the top, but Wobie picks up on it. What can he do? Will he beat his man? He will. He'll get the cross in. Pastore far post, hit the bar. Of course he does. Shoots again, hits the goalkeeper who's lying on the floor. Of course he does. Right, something needs to change. 56 minutes on the clock. Pastore, you're coming off. You've been shocking in my opinion. Giraldez can come on, mind you, actually maybe not, because that's our third sub. I forgot about the last sub. So just the one. Hopefully it makes a difference. Bagunovic swings one in. Anderson lays it down to Gomez, who shoots. It looked like a bit of a weak shot, but come off the bar. Cross comes in. It's absolute cherries for the goalkeeper. Right, 70 minutes on the clock. We're making another change. Bogunovic comes off. Giraldez comes on. And I think we're going to go attacking as well. I don't know why. It will just open up the floodgates. They'll probably go and get another one. I'm going to demand more from the boys. Ooh, there's nothing quite aggressive enough on that list for what I want to do. Good tackle, Andre Anderson. Thompson lays it off for Giraldez. Plays a Wobie in. Big loop and cross, and Ladondo, who's looked the better out of him and Pastore, to be honest, early on in the season, but squandered another chance. I mean, now looking at the stats, they've now nicked a tiny bit of possession off us, but I mean, in terms of shots and shots on target, etc., we've matched them now, and you've seen the chances. They've just took all of theirs, and we've missed all of ours. So I would imagine when we go back to the news items, it'll probably say Man City strike lucky, but it doesn't make me feel any better because we've still lost the game in a game we should be winning. And I'm just going to pause it because I want to bring up the match stats. And I want to see here, clear-cut chances. They've had 4, we've had 3. Half chances, they've had 4, we've had 3. So, yes, it's edged towards them, but 2-0, I don't think that tells the story. I really don't. So, full-time, Manchester City 2, Arsenal 0. A terrible game, 2 terrible games in the episode, a terrible episode, and everything that I planned for at the start of the season is just falling apart. Completely falling apart. So there we go. Look, Citizens strike lucky. I knew it would say that. The injuries we're picking up as well. Here we go. 3 to 4 weeks. I mean, admittedly, they're all around that mark. They're all sort of 2, 3, 4 week injuries, but they're big injuries, and this is a squad game, and we've got a really good starting 11, but outside of that, we're maybe not as strong. And unfortunately, we're having to use them players at the moment, and yeah, it's really not going well for us at all. So let's have a little look at the league table. I don't know why. 12th after 5 games, 1 win where we beat Crystal Palace, 1 draw where we drew to Manchester United, 3 losses, Watford, Leicester, Man City. Ouch. That is painful. I mean, the season's not over. We've played 5 games. There's 33 games left to play. All you got to do is win 3 or 4 on the bounce, and we're right back in the picture. And, you know, Leicester are going to drop out. Hull are going to drop out. Watford, Newcastle, Swansea, Southampton. We'll be above them in no time. I'm absolutely sure of it. But it's been a really bad start, and something does need to change. So, in terms of when we're going to come back, I'd quite like to show you the Inter game, maybe. I mean, yeah, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do Chelsea away. I don't know what. I'm picking the hardest games for some reason, but I suppose they're the most entertaining. But let's do that. Let's just so we can show you everyone in our group. I want to show you Inter. Hopefully we can beat him at home. That Chelsea away game is going to be really, really tough. But that will be the next episode. Stamford Bridge against Chelsea, and then we'll play Inter Milan at the Emirates. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Sorry it was a terrible episode. I'm not too happy, as you can probably tell. And we will see you in episode 63, where we take on Chelsea and Inter.